What's up, everybody? So I got my starter back. This is the one that I had converted to 12 volt. As you can see, it's a lot nicer, cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this. Now you guys will be able to see how I took the other one off, and I'll place this one back on. So this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and install it. My old one, as you can see, is still in there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out, install it, fire it up. Quick update on my linkage. I ended up putting my linkage as well. You can see my linkage here for my choke. I got it on eBay. It's an Edmunds adapter in order for me to add a choke to it. They sell this little adapter here that goes onto the carb. Attach it here. I ended up cutting this line here because it was pretty long. Cut it. That way it adapts to this here. I did make my own, fabricated my own like little gauge thing for my choke, and that's in here. I'm gonna show you guys where I ended up placing it. Right there. This is it right here. So when you pull on this, bam, got my choke, push it back. And I need it just for the morning, if anything, when it's cold, for cold starts. And it works good. Fires right up. I'll kind of show you guys once I fire it up with my starter, because once it sits for a while, definitely got to pull on that choke. So on this one here, it's a little bit off to the side, but it's okay. I don't want too much going on here. I don't want to drill any holes here as well. And this was all just hand fabricated. The way I made this, it's just a piece of sheet metal. Built 2 pieces of wood that I sandwiched together, sandwiched the piece of metal together, and then I just kind of banged it out with the body hammer to give it its form, its little shape. And I just pushed it in, bent it up a little bit. It's not far for me to reach. I can reach it, turn it on, push it back. It's fine. I'm kind of happy with it. So like I said, I'll add the starter to it, and I'll give you guys a quick rundown as to how I did that that little gauge. I do have it here with my here it is. All I did was I grabbed 2 pieces of wood out of this piece of wood here. You can see how I drilled it out. I mean, not drilled it, I'm sorry. I cut it out with the saw. Cut it out, drilled a hole in the middle, sandwiched the sheet metal that I have for it, which is this right here. As you can see, it's set in the back. I cut a little square. I formed it out. Once I pat it together, I just put it up against my little table here, started pounding it up, and then I drilled a hole on it, and then just made the hole big enough for it to fit inside of it. That's it. That's all it was. Pretty basic stuff that you can do yourself, just to make your own little gauge, just for little things like that. I thought, you know what, let me just do it, make it myself. It'll match the car. The car's not painted. It's all bare metal. Totally fine. As time goes on, I'll definitely change things up. But in this case, it worked out perfect for me. I put it on there. This works good, looks good. And like I said, something simple you can do. I had this choke cable that I got off my Merc because it came with like extra parts. I was like, I'm gonna use that. I don't have to spend any more money to do it. But I will go ahead and remove this starter, replace the other one, fire it up. That way you guys can see, okay? All right, so I go ahead and I jacked up the vehicle, put it on jack stands, grab the proper tools that I need. Let me go ahead and set this up in here so you guys can see what I'm going to be dealing with. All right. So in this case here, you can see the starter's right up there. Right there. Hopefully I'm not in your guys' way, but there we go. Loosen up these bolts on this other one. So first what I'm going to do is go ahead and just unbolt the top bolt that's holding the 0 gauge wire here. I'm going to need a longer extension first. Grab that. Here, I'm just gonna take this bolt off up on top or the ground, loosen that up. Once that's loose, I'm gonna go ahead and take this top piece off here, that way it doesn't interfere. Now that I got that off, put that to the side for now. I'll go ahead and start taking these bolts that hold the starter motor in. Okay, so which is only 2 bolts. These 2 bolts here are the only ones that are going to be in the way. So I'll go ahead and remove those, loosen them up. I'm planning on going to get together tomorrow. That one of the guys that I know is having something. So I wanted to have this starter motor in there. I could have just taken it with the 6-volt, but I want to make sure I put it on tonight and it works properly. You know, I paid for it to get rebuilt. I'm hoping it works. Only way to find out is to put it on. So I'm sure the guy did a good job. He did do my my generator. He converted it to 12-volt as well, and that worked out just fine for me. But just want to make sure everything else is good. So look, it's super simple. I was able to just pull it out. It just came out. And like I said, this is a 6-volt one, and it works just fine. Me using it, okay? So you can use a 6-volt starter, if anything, guys. All right, so here I'll go ahead. I got the 12-volt starter here. Remember, I want to keep this towards the top side, that way it latches on to this 0-gauge wire here. I'm gonna go ahead and take these bolts off that he put on it at the end, that way it holds the body in its place, and it doesn't move around. Now all I'm gonna do is just line them up to these holes here. That's all I'm doing. As I go in, I'm gonna angle it in, that way it grabs the flywheel, goes in, and I should be fine. All right, here we go. Twist it a little, get it in there. All right, once I do that, I want to line up the holes, that way I can tighten it down. It's a little heavy, so just getting it in there. Lining up my holes, that's what I'm doing. All right, hold on. Move it a little bit forward. Oh, sorry with the camera. Guys, my bad. There we go. Oh God, come on, line this up. There we go. All right, that one grabbed. Sure, this one grabs too. Tighten it up. Grab it in there. It's a little heavy, but got it in. Like I said before, you don't want to tighten it too tight. Put it in. Tighten this up. do it. All right, that's good. I'll check this one. All right. Happy with that. It's nice and tight. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and he already put a washer on it on top on this one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this here. He put a lock washer on it, so he's just saying don't over tighten it when I put it down. Won't, but I'll go ahead and I'll put this on. I'll put one of these bigger washers up on top. That way it just kind of protects that. The bolt doesn't go all the way through. There you go, sorry. Start tightening that up. We'll go ahead and get my 1/2 inch. Sorry about that. There's a lot of play here, but I'm trying to record and do it with one hand. Let me go ahead and put this down a bit. Grab the longer one, longer extension for it. All right, here we go. Go ahead and tighten it up. All right, good. Let me go ahead and move this down a bit. All right, this case here. Let me put you guys up here for right now. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we'll go ahead and move this out of the way. I'll lower the car up. Fire it up. All right, it's in there, guys. Now, showtime. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this fired up, right? Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Let me just place you guys over here so you guys can see. Sorry about that. Go ahead and lower the car a bit. Lower it up, take the jack off. Oh, I don't mean to say it like that, but remove the jack stands from there. Alright, good. So here it is. Time for showtime. Let's make sure, see if this starter's gonna work. It should fire up. Let me go ahead. Let me put this out of the way. Put that over here. Fire this baby up. Alright, so here it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up. Put some light in there, that way you guys can see that where my choke cable's at. I'm gonna go ahead and pull on that just a bit. Just a little, that's a little too much. That way it opens it up just a little bit. All right, we don't want to overdo it. I'll go ahead and fire this up. Here it goes. Sweet, fired right up. There we go. So my choke's in. Let me go ahead and close it up so you can hear the difference. There you go. Oh, I guess it's not bad right now. Good. Mornings I do need to pull on it a bit. So that way it helps the car, doesn't shut off on me. It's cold, it has a cold start on it. But seems like everything's good right now. It's not too bad outside. It's kind of warm, so sweet. Now, let me show you guys my lights. All right. This is my RPMs. as a quick fix, you definitely can use the 6 volt. I just wanted to convert it that way, you know, the 12 volt starter just lasted me a lot longer. Didn't have to worry about it. In this case, yeah, it works, fired right up, so I'm happy with it. You know, it's not that hard to take a starter off, I know, but if anybody's got questions about it, super easy, super simple. I didn't see no videos on how to take a flathead starter out, and you know, and I'm sure there's people out there that wouldn't know how to tackle it. If they're not sure, perfect video to kind of show you the little things that you got to do, which is pretty much nothing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Nothing big. So just out there, just so we can put it out there. You know, flatheads are that motor that, man, I just love these flathead motors, the way they sound and everything. So hey, let's try to keep those flatheads alive out there. You know, if you got one, put it in your hot rod. Let's keep these alive, keep them going. You don't see too many flatheads out there. There's gonna be other little things I'm gonna be doing, working on this car little by little. As you can see from previous videos, it's been evolving, you know, so, and that's what it's gonna take, a little bit at a time. I'm gonna put a little bit of work on it here and there when I can. Eventually I will upgrade the heads on it, intake, dual carbs, but in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy it and just add those little things little by little. All right, guys, good night, have a good one.